headache, dude.
Your eyes are sick. What's up, everybody? It's Dan and Enrique with toolsinaction.com. Today we're going over the Ridgid 18-volt cordless nailer. It's one of their nailers, and it actually uses just battery to drive some nails. So Eric, resident nailer expert, is going to talk a little bit about the unit for us.
As you can see, I'm just excited about this tool as Dan is.
Why? Aren't I so excited? I am excited. I just ate. I'm like relaxed. But yeah, it actually is a cool tool. You know what I like about it?
What's that?
That it's Ridgid.
It's Ridgid.
Actually, I'm starting to really like Ridgid as a brand. I mean,
no, they got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff that I'm looking at.
I've got their little tile saw. I think it's like $200, man. It's a nice little saw.
Yeah,
you know, it doesn't do bevel cuts or anything, but it's nice.
A lot of people, think Ridgid is Home Depot's brand, but that's not true.
It's not the case.
Not the case. Ridgid is its own brand. They just sell them at Home Depot and obviously online. So why are you laughing?
Oh, I don't know.
All right, let's go ahead and talk about the tool.
As Dan said, this is basically an 18-volt cordless nailer. Doesn't use any air. There's no fuel cells or fuel packs that you got to put in there. It's run strictly off the battery, and I believe it's like a flywheel in there.
Yeah, I think it's got a flywheel, and that's what's generating the force when you hit it. It's like it's pretty cool.
Yeah, you can hear
it. Sounds
it
like a vacuum.
wind up. Yeah, actually it does. It comes with the case, a 20-minute charger. What's nice is you can use the other
3.0
Ridgid batteries. This is a 1.5. You can use the 3.0s on there. Overall, I actually like the features of this tool. The features of this tool is very nice. As you can see, right on the back, push a button. That's your LED lights. There's two on each side. Can you see that? You got two LEDs on each side. To get a jam out, very easy, just like the other nailers. Just flip this. You can flip it, easy access to the front to get the jam out. Some really cool things that I really like about this actual tool is on the back you have your bump and sequential mode. You can just move over left and right. So very easy to access, very easy to use. On the bottom, dial for your depth adjustment, 1 all the way up to 6. You're really going to probably stay between 3 and 6. Found out, the 1 and 2 don't really do that much. The head looks big, and I thought when I first saw it was going to be a heavy tool, but it's actually got a pretty good balance to the tool overall. Angled nailer, so you can get into tight spots. One thing you got to watch out though, this is like an ABS plastic, so your nails aren't going to slide in there as nice. Not a big deal because you got easy access where you can just slide them down. Also, it does not have a dry lockout feature. So when you're running out of nails, you can still go ahead and pull the trigger, and you can, put holes in your work. So that's one thing you got to watch out. You can easily see the nails when they do run out, but a lot of times, obviously, you're not paying attention to that. Because it's plastic, obviously it can break. Very easy to change. It's got the 2 bolts in the front, 2 bolts in the back. Slide it out, pop a new one on there. So the tool itself, the features are great. Now there's a couple things about the actual firing of the nail. When you're in bump mode, it does take a second for it to actually fire a nail. So you got to pull the trigger, it'll wind up, then you can go ahead and fire the nail. Something you're going to have to get used to. As a contractor, I don't know if this tool is right for you. I think it's more of a homeowner's tool in terms of that regards. The sequential, it will fire nice and quick, man. You can go pop, 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 which is very, very nice. I do like that aspect of it. You do have to get really used to about the 1 second delay of it actually firing a nail for it to wind up and actually fire it. After about 50 shots, did find out it doesn't always set them perfectly. Sometimes they might be 1/8 of an inch up off your work, even though you didn't change your depth setting. So that's another thing you got to watch out for. Overall, if you can get past those things, it's a nice nailer. Again, I don't know if they're really trying to push this towards a contractor or not. I think it's more a homeowner's tool. It's nice when you don't want to have to worry about the fuel cells or pull out your compressor if you're just doing a little base work or something like that.
Why do you say it's more of a homeowner's tool?
Because I think that delay in there,
right,
and it not being the constant setting. So now you're going to have to grab out your hammer and tap at the nail. I think that's going to slow you down a little bit.
Does it shoot constant every time?
It does, but I noticed like after shooting 50 nails, I start to get ones that every couple might be 1/8 of an inch up or something like that. Where some of the other nailers we've tried, it's a constant nailing down there. Where it's nice.
See, I think it's for a contractor, but a contractor that doesn't use a nailer that often.
Yeah, no, I mean the price point is below it. I think it's like 30% below some of those other ones out there, the Senko and the DeWalt one. And it's a nice nailer. Don't get me wrong. You can put a beading on these tools. Ridgid makes great tools. I'm not saying that, and I'm sure that they are probably gearing it towards the contractor. So, but
yeah, what are you, Ridgid PR now?
No, I'm just saying. If I'm buying a tool and spending that much money, I would like something that's constant all the time.
Right.
But I do like it. I mean, like you said though, for the contractor, I think it's good. The guy who doesn't use a nailer all the time, because you're gonna pull out, if you're gonna be doing a lot, you're gonna pull out your pneumatic nailer. You're gonna be using that even over fuel, because fuel's gonna cost you a lot more money in the long run. So
yeah, I don't like fuel, but I know you like the Paso fuels. They really crank them out. But
I do. I just don't like carrying that hose around, man.
I just don't like the gas, and I don't like the expense and expiration of fuel.
Yeah, I don't like the expiration.
Especially, you might have, what's 4 canisters cost? What's a pack of canisters of gas?
I don't know, because Paso, you can only get them with when you get the nails.
The nail packs?
Yeah, the nail packs. Yeah. You can't buy them separate. I don't know what they do. I would just buy the nail pack.
Yeah, because, I've had some fuel sitting around, and I'll look at the date, and it's like, expired. I'm like, that sucks, so you just waste
They're not cheap. It's not cheap, that's for sure. That's what's nice about it, is you can let this thing sit around. You don't have to worry about, you don't have to worry about oiling it out. You don't have to worry about, the fuel cells, or the fuel going bad. Because if you don't use this thing for 2 years, pop it out, recharge the battery. That's another thing, too.
Especially if you use Ridgid batteries constantly.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
Another thing, too, when you're not using the tool, take the battery out, because when it's on there, like most of the other ones, you're going to drain the battery when it's sitting on the tool. So when you go to store it, take the battery out.
Cool.
But
so
you can get about 500 nails per charge. So that's a lot of nails per charge.
Yeah.
Especially on a 1.5 amp hour battery. So,
yeah.
What were you saying?
No, let's go ahead and see it in action.
Yeah. Sounds good. Alright, so here's the delay I'm talking about a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and pop it out of there, pull the trigger. You can see a little bit of that delay. And you can't hold your finger down and push it. You got to push it down, hold it.
But it does have sequential.
Yeah. Pop it on over. Now you can pull the trigger and hold it and it's fired up.
That's cool.
And then as you can see the different depths in there. I mean, obviously some of that's because of user error, not being constant on the push down. But it's nice. So, but again, the delay, you'll see the delay.
Cool.